Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmackDown. We are live and sold out from the front to the back in Uniondale. Here we go. And we are going to kick it off, ladies and gentlemen. Just a couple of days away from the Royal Rumble with a Royal Rumble preview. This is a fatal four-way over the top rope battle royal to try and build some momentum towards the Royal Rumble match itself. These four men that are in this match to kick us off tonight, ladies and gentlemen, are considered four of the top seeds, in my opinion, to go on and win the Royal Rumble match itself. Seth Rollins, with a few tough losses in a row, has said he is going to redesign, rebuild and reclaim, and it starts with the Royal Rumble match. And it is going to be hard to stop someone the talent of this man. Rollins wants to climb his way all the way back to the top of the mountain. But ladies and gentlemen, he is not alone in that pursuit. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for joining me here tonight. We are just a couple of days away from the Royal Rumble. It is time to get excited, and it is time for Finn Balor. A lot of people have looked to Finn Balor and have picked Finn Balor as their number one choice to win the Royal Rumble. It is a relatively safe pick considering how good Finn Balor is and how much of a tear Finn Balor has been on. He has been absolutely unbelievable since parting with Gallows and Anderson, who of course went to NXT, and Finn Balor has tried to suppress that part of his soul, the demon that lies within, in order to prove that he is good enough, that Finn Balor, the man, can get the job done. And it's hard to argue with the results that Finn Balor has shown. Finn Balor, in my estimation, is walking towards the Royal Rumble as one of the clear-cut favourites. But you could say that about all four of these men. How about what we heard from Cain Velasquez as well, ladies and gentlemen? An official statement from the former UFC heavyweight champion. He apologises profusely to Rey Mysterio and his family and the WWE, but not to Keith Lee. And the whisper backstage, as we will have more news on that as it comes to hand. But you can't talk about the Royal Rumble without talking about Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens is a former winner of the Royal Rumble. He, of course, won the last Royal Rumble match as that honour was shared with he and Brock Lesnar. Kevin Owens, well, he went right after Rusev. And what happened? Kevin Owens won the Royal Rumble. He went after Rusev. He went to the main event of WrestleMania. He won the WWE Championship. Owens wants to do it all again. And the big caveat with Owens is in arguably a better position than anybody right now, because Kevin Owens won that huge match against Ricochet, with the winner receiving a guaranteed spot in the Royal Rumble from number 20 to 30. So a potential guaranteed top 10 position for this man. It's hard to look past him. And the fortunes couldn't be any different for both of these men. Because while Kevin Owens has pretty much a guaranteed top 10 finish, Cesaro, by his own doing, wants to be number one. And he has been officially given that chance to enter the Royal Rumble at number one. He says, I am SmackDown's Iron Man, I am WWE's Iron Man, and I am going to show at the Royal Rumble that I can go all the way. And in my opinion, if anyone on the roster can do it, it has to be Cesaro. Ladies and gentlemen, white hot start on SmackDown. Fatal 4-way chaos underway, and it is over the top rope only. That's the only way to eliminate your opponent, and we are underway. Cesaro already trying to get rid of Kevin Owens and Finn Balor. He's almost over as well as Seth Rollins is working on him, and now Cesaro, he might be able to push Owens out early here. Can't quite get him out, and look at the star power in the ring. I mean, it is unbelievable. Shot there. Face first goes Cesaro, and Owens goes to work on Balor as they almost just switch opponents here. And this is what you can expect at the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Star power, chaos. Speaking of chaos, EC3 has been on the warpath. He is not in the mood for any games tonight. We saw an absolutely chaotic SmackDown last week. EC3 has vowed that that will not happen again. And he has put measures in place, extra security all around the arena. We have a massive main event that will be announced shortly after the conclusion of this match, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for that, because you are not going to want to miss that, as Finn Balor is throwing those elbows into the solar plexus of Kevin Owens. Look out, Rollins out of the way. Chop from Balor, chop from Cesaro, and it is Chop City at the moment. This is just chaos in the ring at the moment. It's Owens rebuffs with an elbow to Finn Balor. Now Owens, another right hand. Owens picking up Balor on his shoulders as Cesaro's teetering on the edge. And Owens drops Balor down. And Finn Balor evaded there. Balor now throwing a forearm back from Owens. And then missing again, and Balor, downward spiral on Kevin Owens. And Kevin Owens is wisely trying to roll towards the bottom rope. You can hit the floor and not be eliminated, provided you don't go over the top rope. If you go under the bottom rope and hit the floor, you are not eliminated in the Royal Rumble, as we all know. And look how beautiful. Brain buster from Finn Balor. And now Kevin Owens is going to take Seth Rollins over to the corner, and Finn Balor is going to take Cesaro towards that top rope. He might be looking to eliminate the Iron Man, the Swiss Cyborg, whatever you want to call him, one of the best professional wrestlers walking the earth today. And Cesaro too strong. Got the elbow down as Seth Rollins works on Kevin Owens, trying to eliminate him. Cesaro, beautiful snap suplex there. And Kevin Owens scrambles out of the corner. Cesaro swings a fresh air shot at Seth Rollins. He doesn't miss there. Kevin Owens has got Finn Balor. Oh my goodness me. And just like that, Finn Balor has been eliminated, and that is one of the favourites to win the Royal Rumble. And that is not how you build momentum. Finn Balor is shattered at ringside. You can see that is how quickly it can happen, and that is the unpredictable nature of the Raw. Oh my God, Cesaro nips up. We have to keep an eye on the ring as Balor is making his way to the back, and Cesaro is going to try and throw him out. Cesaro just nipping up out of nowhere there. And then Cesaro out of the way. And now Owens. Oh, look out, Owens shoved into the ground, tries to get that separation. He didn't see him there though. Cesaro. Oh no, look out, Cesaro. No, not this way. Oh my God. Cesaro just dropped Kevin Owens with a power bomb to the floor. Owens has not moved. And the medical staff are running to ringside, but look out, Cesaro. Cesaro might go over here, but no, Cesaro sends Rollins back. And Cesaro, he may have taken Owens not only out of the match, but out of the Royal Rumble itself. Owens is being helped to the back off that devastating powerbomb to the floor. And Kevin Owens, he's walking himself, but he is not well. It is absolute mayhem here. Cesaro is showing why he may just be able to go all the way from number one to being the Royal Rumble winner and going to WrestleMania. But Seth Rollins, who has claimed that he wants to redesign, rebuild, and reclaim his throne, he's trying to throw Cesaro over the top, but Cesaro hangs on. My God, Balor eliminated out of nowhere, and then Kevin Owens Absolutely dropped with a power bomb to the outside. Oh, Cesaro caught him. Look at the power. Cesaro is on a mission. It cannot be understated how dangerous this guy is in this match. Cesaro may have eliminated Owens out of this match and may have taken him out of the Royal Rumble. That was a devastating powerbomb to the floor. There can be no way that Kevin Owens is ready, but it's a uppercut party. I don't think Seth Rollins was ready either. He wasn't ready to be invited to this kind of party on the eve of the Royal Rumble. And here comes Cesaro again, but no! Sent back by Rollins. He went for one too many, and he got sent back by Rollins. And now Rollins, oh no, Cesaro sent him back, and oh no, Rollins again. It's teetering on the edge. Who's going to take the momentum into the Royal Rumble? And Rollins might be thinking endgame, and it'll be game over for Cesaro, but no. Cesaro has a counter. And Cesaro looking for a German suplex, but Rollins out of the way again. And Rollins sends him into the corner. And now Rollins is going to try and eliminate Cesaro here. It's down to the final two. Kevin Owens has had to be helped backstage. Finn Balor, one of the favourites, has been eliminated unceremoniously, but these two remain. And Cesaro! Very European uppercut. And here comes the Swiss Cyborg. Cesaro now. Oh, European uppercut again, but no. Rollins. Oh! Super kick from Seth Rollins. And this is the chance here. Cesaro on the outside now. Oh no. Cesaro sent him back. He stunned him just enough. Can he hook him up? Cesaro drops it down. Neutralizer from Cesaro. And out goes Rollins. Cesaro wins it. Well, if you had any doubts about Cesaro going in at number one, he just survived 3 of the top picks for the Royal Rumble match. But the question is, can he survive the whole time? Rollins looks on. He was bested. Cesaro gets the job done tonight. But now it's all eyes on the Rumble. Renee Young standing by outside the locker room where Kevin Owens is being assessed. That was a brutal elimination. It just shows how dangerous Cesaro could be. Oh no. Kevin Owens walked back through the curtain of his own accord, but then collapsed through the door. Well, we can only hope that Kevin Owens is okay. A crazy start to the show, ladies and gentlemen, but it will continue. Your main event is Johnny Gargano versus Daniel Bryan. Many calling this the match of Daniel Bryan's past because they see a lot of Johnny wrestling in the Daniel Bryan of old, but also right now, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it will be Charlotte Flair versus Shayna Baszler. The winner will face Toni Storm for the Women's Championship at the Royal Rumble. That is absolutely terrifying for Ronda Rousey. Filmed earlier today, we are informed that Ronda Rousey is fine. So is Ivory and Jackie, but Ricochet is giving Finn Balor even more. Come on. Of course, we saw AJ Styles pull out the 1916 on Raw. Another shot, Finn Balor. Ricochet has really been a thorn in the side of Balor. Ricochet, of course, will be in the Royal Rumble. I don't know where this arrogance has come from. Sharp tongue of Finn Balor. Says, have a great one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the show is going to roll on, and we have a #1 contenders match right here, right now. Uniondale, New York on their feet. This rivalry has spilled over the course of months, and while Charlotte hasn't been here, she has been stewing over the fact that she got taken out of the Mae Young Classic by this woman, and her career was shelved for months. I would say at the hands of Shayna Baszler, but it wasn't at the hands of Shayna Baszler. It was via the foot of Shayna Baszler, who crushed Charlotte Flair's head against the steel, against the ring post. And it was after Charlotte's win, those two were set to face each other, but that never happened. Fast forward a couple of months, Charlotte returns on the eve of the Royal Rumble, takes out Shayna Baszler. But not only that, she put the whole roster on notice because Charlotte said, I'm here to take out Baszler, but I'm also here to take that women's championship. EC3 has set it up. Here we go. Charlotte is back towards the top of the mountain where she deserves to be. Charlotte's resume speaks for itself. She is one of the greats. And with a name like Charlotte Flair, it's easy to see why. Big fight feel at Uniondale, ladies and gentlemen. Chaotic start, but a controlled chaos, it has to be said. And this is more what we're expecting on SmackDown, that is for sure. EC3 so far, although we haven't seen him directly, is doing a great job of making this show exactly what it should be. Charlotte ready to do battle to try and get a shot at Toni Storm at the Royal Rumble for the Women's Championship. But Shayna Baszler, you would have to say, it's probably close to one of her final chances for a while to get that shot. We are underway. Jessica Carr rings the bell, and both women, look out. Oh, look out. Shayna Baszler rushed in, and I reckon Charlotte saw it coming, and Charlotte rolled her through. She bridged up perfectly down into the cover here. Is that enough? It's a 2 count. Oh, I thought she'd stolen it. I thought Charlotte had stolen it there straight away. Shayna Baszler rushed in. Charlotte saw it coming. Oh, no. She also saw that forearm fly into her chin, and then she saw herself fall onto the canvas, and now here comes Shayna Baszler. She's going to throw that knee, but no, Charlotte Flair. She's done her homework. She knows everything about Shayna Baszler. There's no doubt about it. She has been waiting for this moment to get her hands on Baszler properly. And she's doing exactly that. She's lining her up with those forearms. How about that main event, ladies and gentlemen? Johnny Gargano versus Daniel Bryan in what will be an absolute wrestling clinic. Many people talking about that match, saying that Johnny Gargano represents a lot of what Daniel Bryan used to. He used to be all about being on the up and up and doing things the right way. Daniel Bryan, it's almost is wrestling himself from a little over a year ago, where Daniel Bryan was, well, he was the Daniel Bryan that we know. Tonight, it's going to be the sternest of tests on the eve of the Royal Rumble, where he is set to face Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship in what is, I think, the ultimate danger match for Bryan because of the one-knee knockout power of Nakamura. As we stay hyper-focused on this match, number one contender who will go on and face Toni Storm, who has come under fire in recent months. Oh, look out, Charlotte takes her over the top here. There's a lot of bad blood between these two women, but Charlotte is keeping it in check. I'm very impressed. She's not rushing out. She's not trying to do anything silly. She doesn't want to get disqualified. Charlotte comes in. Oh, look out, Baszler, though. Rebuffed her, send her back. No, Charlotte again. Oh, good leg kick there from Charlotte. She has done her homework on Shayna Baszler. She would have been watching the tape. She would have been watching Baszler while she was recovering. Sends her in. Oh, look at this. Beautiful neck breaker. Takes a knee on it. Doesn't go down. And now Charlotte, lines her up. Chop after chop. Shades of her father there. Shot to the solar plexus and a beautiful knee by Shayna Baszler. And now Baszler, this is more her wheelhouse. Lining her up with those right hands. MMA background, we bring it up all the time, but it's worth bringing up because it wins her matches. And now she's attacking the base of the taller Charlotte. And this is very, very good strategy here because you can grab that leg and an ankle lock, some description, maybe end the match very swiftly. Shayna Baszler has submissions for days. You've got to try and avoid that curfew to clutch. And now look at this. Oh, there straight away, just as if she'd heard me. Shayna Baszler locks in the ankle lock after those leg kicks, but Charlotte able to get the separation that she needed. Now Charlotte runs at her, picks her up, beautiful slam. And now Charlotte, she's going to take a little bit of time to get a submission locked in here. Oh no, beautiful rollout. That's the ground game of Shayna Baszler. And now Baszler rolls her all the way to the outside of the ring, and Baszler's going to bring her in the hard way here. And Shayna Baszler does just that. Brings her in with a suplex, and this is more what we're used to on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. Professional wrestling, settling your issues in the ring. It's what EC3 has professed this whole time as general manager. That's what he wants. He wants SmackDown to be all about the in-ring capital of WWE. That was taken away from him last week. He didn't like it. He's rectified it this week, and we've had, so far, some brilliant in-ring action. These two women, absolutely no exception to that. Now look at this. Shayna Baszler bringing that aggression here on the ground. And that is where it really gets tough for Charlotte. Because even though she's come back, she's been impressive, she hasn't had the reps that Shayna Baszler has had. And look at this, Baszler now. She may have already blown Charlotte up here, given the ring rust that still has to be present with Charlotte. We saw her struggle with Peyton Royce. She got taken to the limit by Peyton Royce, who you would have to admit is a very talented competitor, but she's not on the level of Charlotte. Now look out, she's going to take that. Oh, beautiful Charlotte. She flips out. That was absolutely brilliantly done, and a back elbow takes down Shayna Baszler. Number one contendership for the Women's Championship, a shot at the Royal Rumble. What a return it would be from Charlotte. She were able to do this, and now she tilted to her side slam. Beautiful stuff. And Charlotte is calling on Shayna Baszler, and I tell you what, Baszler is in big trouble because Charlotte is going to line her up. Here comes Charlotte. Oh, massive clothesline. And Charlotte is really building some momentum now. Maybe that tough outing against Peyton Royce was exactly what she needed as Charlotte comes in again, another hard chop. That typical Flair chop. She's going to line her up again, and another one. Goes the other way, but no. Baszler caught her, rebuffed, and Baszler, oh no, this is the submission prowess of Baszler, and Baszler has the guillotine locked in, and she has the legs around the waist. There's nowhere to go for Charlotte. Charlotte's in big trouble. Shayna Baszler may have done it here. She may have done it, but look at the power of Charlotte. Look at the power of Charlotte. She breaks it. Brilliantly done. Leverages against her, and that was wonderfully done by Charlotte. She gets that separation she needs and drops the knee as well. Now another one. Charlotte, you can feel the bad blood between these two women, but they're getting it done in the ring the way you should, and that looks real familiar. Charlotte drops that knee. She's got three of them looking for one for the second rope, but no, she missed. And now Baszler just slams her face into the mat. Baszler slams her face into the mat, and now she's going to send her into the corner, and she might take her to the hybrid district, which is not where you want to be this late. Shayna Baszler is going to try and pull it out of the hat here and send herself for another championship match, this time at the Royal Rumble. Charlotte Flair crashes and burns down into the cover. Jessica Carr, perfect position of the shoulders, and she peels it off the canvas tight. My God. Shayna Baszler has a good hard look at Jessica Carr and asks, is that for real? Are you serious? And Baszler again, oh no, she traps the other arm this time, and Baszler's going to work. Baszler is going to work here. This has been such a deep-rooted history between these two, considering Shayna Baszler almost cost Charlotte her career. She comes back, she gets right in the face of Baszler, she immediately injects herself into the championship picture, which Baszler already was. Now look at this, now Baszler is really wrenching down on that arm again. Oh, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch, and Charlotte is looking in huge, huge trouble here, and Shayna Baszler knows it. She's pushed her to that limit. Now, it could be enough for Charlotte. Baszler, oh, look at, oh, she's looking for the shot. Oh no, she got one herself though. She got one herself, and now the chop turns her around. And Charlotte is wanting her to come back. Baszler turns around, another right hand, and another one. Baszler might be feeling the pinch here. Baszler set in, and now Charlotte, look out, hangs her up. Hangs her up, and Charlotte now is showing the heart of a champion. She could be champion after the Royal Rumble. The spear absolutely nails Baszler. The cover, 1, 2, yes, no. Shayna Baszler kicks out and survives. Charlotte, oh, hammers on her. Baszler might be on the rack now. And Charlotte is given a little bit of the stick back that Baszler gave her. But Baszler, oh my God, absolutely unbelievable counter. Baszler with an unbelievable counter. And now Baszler is gonna line her up. Baszler with a knee. Charlotte Flair hasn't moved an inch. 1, 2, got her, no. Shayna Baszler wasting no time. Charlotte is in trouble, and she's dropping those knees into the back of her head. It's getting into that war territory here as Charlotte is taken over, and Baszler sends her to the outside. Baszler's gotten into that sick part of her mind here. This is where it really gets concerning for Charlotte. And Baszler playing to the crowd. Charlotte is trying to get to her feet. And Shayna Baszler is on the apron and just takes her out. Shayna Baszler is in control here. And, oh my God, off the ring post. Off the ring post. And now Baszler, oh no. Oh no. Just like in the Mae Young Classic, Shayna Baszler puts her onto the ring post, and Baszler is going to take her out here. Baszler is going to take her out here. This is not good. Oh no, Charlotte. Charlotte got out of the way, and Charlotte got back in the ring, and Shayna Baszler tried to take her out that way, and Charlotte the shot to the midsection. Baszler wasted too much time. Natural selection. Natural selection. The cover. Charlotte is going to the Royal Rumble. No. Charlotte is not. And she is arguing. She is arguing profusely with Jessica Carr here. And Shayna Baszler's up. Shayna Baszler is up. Working on pure instinct. And Shayna Baszler has it locked in. Charlotte though. Charlotte reversal. Charlotte reversal. She's got the pin. She's bridged up. She's got the pin. Is it over? No. It is not over. Charlotte had the chance to put her away. Oh no. Sent over the top by Baszler. These two women showing what it means to get that shot. And look at Baszler now. Baszler just taking her out. Baszler is just throwing hands. Baszler and Charlotte have torn each other apart here. And it's spiraled out to the outside of the ring. Shayna Baszler and Charlotte are taking it to each other. Charlotte's fighting back. Charlotte is fighting back. These two women have such a personal issue. They don't care about anything but trying to destroy each other. Unbelievable. Oh, Charlotte, she threw. She missed. Baszler isn't missing. Baszler is absolutely lining her up. The referee just double count out. The referee has just counted both women out, but they don't give a damn here. Shayna Baszler is hammering away on Charlotte. It's a double count out. It's a draw. These two women's issue has just absolutely spiraled out of control, and Baszler, she might be looking to choke her all the way out now. Baszler's going to choke her all the way out here. Baszler lets it go, and that's why, because she saw Toni Storm coming. The women's champion is here. The women's champion, Toni Storm, is here, and she's taking out Baszler. This was meant to determine a number one contender, but instead, Shayna Baszler and Charlotte unknowingly just fight to the outside. They were more keen on fighting than they were trying to win. The rivalry just got too out of hand, and Toni Storm takes her down, and Toni Storm is clearing house here. The women's champion is taking out Shayna Baszler. Oh! Toni Storm plants her down. Baszler is down. Charlotte is down. Oh no, she's not! Charlotte spears Toni Storm. And there is no friends in love and war. Charlotte stakes her claim. Well, we might have jumped the gun on saying there was no chaos. Flair and Baszler fight to a draw. Flair spears Storm. Baszler left laying by Storm. It's madness. Well, that's good news. Kevin Owens is up and walking around, and he's responsive. He's been taken to a hospital only to be assessed just purely out of precaution. He may have dodged a bullet there. Kevin Owens cannot be 100%. Oh, wait a minute. Renee Young. I think she's just spotted the man of the moment. It's EC3, the GM. Let's hear from EC3 now. Yeah, of course, Johnny Curtis said the chaos on SmackDown from their side, won't stop until he stands down. EC3 not willing to negotiate with people like that. Can't blame him. Very stoic response from EC3. Renee Young all over it backstage. Double count out we just saw. Oh, yes. That's what we were hoping for. A triple threat match at the Royal Rumble for the Women's Championship. Baszler, Flair, and Storm. It's locked in. Asking about Cain Velasquez. Renee Young bringing the heat tonight. Mr. McMahon was the one who dealt with the Cain Velasquez situation. Oh my. There is going to be more on that. That Cain Velasquez, Keith Lee situation later on tonight. Oh God. It is heating up before the Royal Rumble. I agree with Renee. I think EC3 has conducted himself absolutely brilliantly. And it feels as though SmackDown is back on track. EC3 going back to work. Eric Bischoff and Daniel Bryan. And of course, we saw Paul Heyman find the Firefly Funhouse. Bryan wants to make a statement tonight. The numbers are dwindling for ESM, of course. We haven't seen or heard from Apollo Crews. We haven't seen or heard from Paul Heyman since he went looking. Well, I don't like the sound of that. Eric Bischoff saying he has a plan. And while I don't doubt that, doesn't mean we have to like it. Oh, he's getting stronger. And how much has Bryan changed? It really is Like looking in a mirror of the past for Daniel Bryan tonight, facing Johnny Gargano. A man who does stand for the right things in professional wrestling. Bryan used to. But he has been fully taken over. The action's going to continue, ladies and gentlemen. Because these two men, the New Day, and indeed is a new day for these two. They called out 2 members of Sanity after last week, and they want to fight. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston. Some people have been calling them the New Day, which it's hard to argue with that moniker that you would give them. These 2 men with their new attitude have definitely gone places here, and they want those tag team championships tonight. It is a non-title match because, well, quite frankly, the champions aren't in action, but Sanity still is. Tonight it'll be Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf, who have been specifically called out by Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. This is going to be absolutely combustible, and our nice little streak of controlled chaos, well, it might be coming to an end. Sanity have been on a tear. We of course know that this match has been quite a while in the making as well, because these 2 gentlemen, they returned in the empty arena match. Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane to take out these 2 men. And so that's adding a little bit more fuel to the fire. And Sanity, it's almost as if they just don't belong here on SmackDown. It's almost as if they'd be better suited over on Raw, but Sanity doesn't give a damn where they are. They just bring the chaos to whatever show they want. Alexander Wolf, as unhinged as always. Killian Dane, the absolute killer of Sanity. Well, there is a lot of unknowns about this group, but what we do know is that you can expect the unexpected. This tag team match could go any way. Woods to start it. Wolf to start it. Jessica Carr to ring the bell, and we are underway. Look out, Alexander Wolf straight away. This is the chaos that they bring. Look at this. Such unpredictable offense here, and doesn't even seem to care about his opponent as such. They just care about the destruction. Alexander Wolf jumping all over the place, so unpredictable. Here comes Xavier Woods. He's a little bit more predictable, but ever since their somewhat rebirth of New Day, of course, we've seen Big E prosper from a more serious kind of attitude. And look at this, Alexander Wolf is almost like, he almost gets distracted by all of the eyes on him, and he loses his mind a little bit in the ring here. Xavier Woods, oh no, he slits the throat because he knew Killian Dane. He knew Killian Dane was going to go after Woods, and whoa! German suplex, and look at this, oh my God, he just jumps down onto his head. This guy is absolutely insane. Shouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's all in the name of Sanity have just been on a tear. They sent a couple of warning shots, and then, well, they absolutely brought the chaos last week, and they weren't alone. And now look at this back rake here. Like all this thing, everything he does is just so unique. Alexander Wolf. Now Wolf sends him into the corner. Wolf just like this. Oh my God, the headbutt. Look at this guy. He doesn't even focus. He doesn't even focus on the match. He just wants to hurt people, and it gives Woods the in, but no. Again, Alexander Wolf sent him into the corner. The tag team division has been absolutely off the charts. I mean, War Machine came back. Uh-oh, look out. This isn't good. This is not good. Wolf is loading him up. Oh my God. Wolf ended up on the outside of the ring. Look at this. Xavier Woods needs to get a tag badly. And this, I mean, we're not even looking at the tag team champions here. Yes, Sanity technically are the tag team champions, but that's Eric Young and Jackson Riker. He gets the tag there to Kofi Kingston, and that might not be enough, but Kingston, he's going to get the chance here. And these two are dominant enough. And they're not even the champions. They're almost the gatekeepers to the champions here as... Oh my God. Sent it back. What a shot. But again, back to the solar plexus goes Kofi Kingston. He's experienced enough to not be intimidated by this. And Kingston again on. Throws that shot right to the back. And Kingston now is going to send him in. Now Kofi is going to go to work here. Kofi's picked up the pace and Killian Dane struggling over them here. Oh, wait a minute, Eric Young. Whoa! Up on the ramp. Oh my God, it's come apart. Straight away, Randy Orton. RKO. RKO to Jackson Riker. Bobby Lashley and Randy Orton have got their little bit of pound of flesh as well. And this has already come apart. The match is still continuing in the ring. Bobby Lashley's coming towards the ring. And now Orton, oh my God, it's Hanson. Well, haven't they got a score to settle? Hanson. Just when we thought, well, there's Rowe now ringside. It's absolutely broken down. Just when we thought the show was under control. Of course, when Sanity's around, when War Machine's around, when Lashley and Orton are around, there is never going to be a straightforward outcome. The match is still continuing in the ring, if you can believe that. We've got cameras everywhere trying to follow around all this chaos here in the tag team division. Eric Young was taken out. Riker was taken out. And now Lashley and Orton have been taken out by War Machine. And Killian Dane is going to load up Kofi Kingston. There is still a match to be won here. And Kofi Kingston is in a precarious spot, but he got the knee. Kingston got the knee. Brilliantly done. Oh my God. Alexander Wolf just jumped down because he just saw Raymond Rowe. He just saw Raymond Rowe and he's coming at him now. And this match has just been thrown out here. The referee has seen it all. And the match has just been thrown out. But that won't stop them from getting their pound of flesh, the New Day. Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, lining up Killian Dane. Unbelievable. The match has been thrown out, but it won't stop them. I don't even know if Kofi knows. There's so much chaos. Raymond Rowe lays out Alexander Wolf, and here's EC3 absolutely furious. EC3 has kept this show in check. And there is going to be a gauntlet match at the Royal Rumble. All four teams, last team standing is the champion. Oh my God. The Royal Rumble is going to be off the charts. Tag team warfare at the Rumble. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a chaotic night tonight. So many seeds planted for the Royal Rumble. It is going to be a pay-per-view you simply cannot miss. And the showpiece match for the blue brand is, of course, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan. And here is the tale of the tape. Bryan stands at 5'10". Nakamura has the height advantage at 6'2". Daniel Bryan weighs in at 210 pounds. Nakamura has the weight advantage, 229 pounds. Daniel Bryan, of course, uses the cattle mutilation to great effect and the running knee. And of course, the unstoppable Kinshasa from Shinsuke Nakamura. And of course, many saying that Shinsuke Nakamura's Kinshasa could be the difference in this match. It'll be all about evading that for Daniel Bryan. Of course, it says Daniel Bryan fighting out of ESM headquarters. Nakamura out of Kyoto, Japan. It is going to be an in-ring classic. Nakamura and Bryan at the Royal Rumble, the WWE Championship. Do not miss it. Well, that is a bombshell. Velasquez versus Lee. Intercontinental title at the Rumble. But that's the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. This is the main event of the evening. We're going home. Johnny Wrestling versus Daniel Bryan to take us to the door of one of the biggest shows in the history of the series. It's time to get excited. Daniel Bryan. Well, is this like looking in a mirror of the past for him? Johnny Gargano holds a lot of the values that Daniel Bryan used to. Now, Daniel Bryan has had the claws of ESM sunk directly into him, and they are so deep, he even said tonight he bleeds for the company. This is very different. A very different feel and music for Daniel Bryan. I think this is really getting on the nerves of everybody. This is probably the desired result. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, we just saw the tale of the tape between Daniel Bryan and Shinsuke Nakamura. Bryan gives up all the size advantage. Nakamura has an equal amount of experience. Daniel Bryan has that logo on his trunks and on his shirt. And I believe that that could be the difference. The only difference between the two men is both possess that one knee knockout power. Bryan is here. This is the main event. Union Dale on their feet, ladies and gentlemen. Gargano, Bryan, here we go. We are underway. And the two men circle each other. Listen to this place. They link up. What a night it's been. The Royal Rumble just around the corner. EC3 has taken back control. He has announced a blockbuster card. We have a triple threat match for the Women's Championship. Toni Storm, Shayna Baszler, Charlotte Flair. We also have a gauntlet match for the Tag Team Championships. It will be Sanity, being Eric Young and Jackson Riker, to take on War Machine, Randy Orton, and Bobby Lashley, and of course, The New Day. And then he announces Cain Velasquez on a one-match contract. Unless he is to win the match, Velasquez versus Lee for the Intercontinental title. And of course, we cap it off with the showpiece match involving this man, Daniel Bryan, and Shinsuke Nakamura. Add to that the Royal Rumble match itself, with SmackDown competitors littered throughout. We saw a preview earlier. Oh, as Bryan, we will focus on this match. And then, well, Eric is having a good look at this. Eric Bischoff. Oh, Bryan just continuing to work away. You can see the injured midsection from the attacks last week. The hands of Johnny Curtis and Tyler Breeze, who have been holding SmackDown almost hostage. Oh, another shot to the gut there. And this is the dangerous territory that Johnny Gargano finds himself in. Look at Bryan. He's got those legs wrapped around. All of his offense so far from Bryan has been focused, as we are going to focus in on this match. What a card the Royal Rumble is going to be. Bryan has vowed that, well, in his own words, once he defeats Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE Championship, he's entering into the Royal Rumble, and he's going to win the Royal Rumble and then face himself at WrestleMania. That is what he wants to do, as Gargano's going to fight back here. Shot to the midsection of his own, and Gargano tries to throw again. Got another shot back to the midsection, and Bryan, no, had the leg caught. Now Gargano is going to send him in. Gargano snapmares him out. Bryan in a very, very difficult position for him. Gargano throws him down. Gargano sends him off, ducks underneath, leapfrog over the top. This is classic Gargano. Always looking for the enziguri, couldn't find it. Bryan, shot to the midsection again. And this guy, Daniel Bryan, he has got that target. He is going after the midsection. He said, I am going to make an example of Johnny Gargano. And as we've mentioned previously in the show, is this Bryan maybe looking at himself a year ago in the position that Johnny Gargano, of course, if you remember, Johnny Gargano tried to become a member of Elite Sports Management. He tried and failed. And now Bryan is showing him what this company's power is. There is no question about it. ESM have made Bryan into this animal and this reigning world champion. They did it with Apollo Crews. They've done it with Chad Gable. And Bryan, I think, has prospered the most. And there's a quick look into where Daniel Bryan has Johnny Gargano at the moment. Bryan is just controlling this match. But will he be able to control Shinsuke Nakamura like that? I mean, he said to Eric Bischoff earlier, I want you to keep Nakamura. Oh, wait a minute, there's Bischoff again. Very intently watching this match, watching on. He said to keep Nakamura out of it. No, well, there's Nakamura right there. Nakamura looked like he was on his way to the ring. And Bischoff. The mind game start from Shinsuke Nakamura. He says, I'm just here to wish you luck. I don't know how sincere that was, but Johnny Gargano has wrestled back the ascendancy here, but not for long. Sent down by Bryan, and that midsection is going to cause him a hell of a lot of trouble. Of course, no Drew Gulak, no Daivari, no Sheamus tonight. Gargano butted up. He went again. He probably shouldn't have, but he got cleared to wrestle. None of the other three were even cleared to be here. Neither was Keith Lee after the collateral damage of that show last week. Bryan, another shot to the midsection. Almost folded him over, but instead he rolls him through. Referee down. And that's the pin for Daniel Bryan to the win. No, Johnny Gargano stays alive, but Gargano, he just instinctively has to get out of the ring, and Daniel Bryan is lining him up. This is not good for Johnny Gargano. Bryan has controlled this match. He's the world champion for a reason, whether you love him or loathe him. Daniel Bryan is doing the job here. Oh my God. You know Johnny Gargano has that fighting spirit, but there's only so much you can do against an absolute world-class athlete in Daniel Bryan. And Bryan takes the leg. Johnny Gargano, here it is. This is that fighting spirit we've been talking about. Gargano sends him down, downward spiral, and the double foot stomp. He's got to try and work here. Johnny, And now, it's time for Daniel Bryan to go into the corner. High rent district here. And Daniel Bryan is in big, big trouble. Daniel Bryan on the top. This is not what you want. On the eve of the Royal Rumble. And Johnny Gargano is going to go to the top. This is what we were waiting for. This is what we thought we'd see. No. Misses the double foot stomp, and Bryan with a shot to the midsection. The knee to the midsection, and Bryan takes that midsection and slams it into the canvas. Beautiful Northern Light suplex, but Johnny Gargano stays alive again. And Bryan is lining him up. Daniel Bryan running at Gargano now, sends him into the corner, and Bryan with a drop kick, and Bryan is building all the momentum now. Bryan is building all the momentum. Gargano has taken a mountain of punishment, and now he's under a mountain of pressure, and here comes Bryan again. Look out! Gargano collapses to the canvas. Bryan down into the cover. 1, 2. Bryan's done it. No. Gargano is just digging down deep. If Bryan could get this much control. Look at these shots to the midsection again from Bryan. And then one to the jaw. If Bryan could get this much control against Nakamura at the Rumble, it's over. Oh, no, Bryan. He went. I think he might have been thinking cattle mutilation. But Gargano got out of the way. Gargano got out of the way. He sent him into the corner. Gargano's always going to fight the Lord Dance. And Gargano, clutching his midsection in an enormous amount of pain, is going to line up Daniel Bryan for the upset of the century. No, he missed. Bryan didn't. German suplex folds up that midsection again. And Daniel Bryan now, he goes to the same corner, almost out of spite. And Bryan is going to send a message to Nakamura with the knee. No, Gargano out of the way. Oh my God. Super kick from Gargano on the button. Gargano escape. Gargano escape. Gargano escape his head. Bryan might tap out at the eve of the Rumble, but Bryan has an exit strategy. Brilliant counter from Bryan and another shot to that midsection. And Bryan with another shot to the midsection. He goes right back to those injured ribs. They were injured at the hands of Johnny Curtis. And now Gargano is still fighting though. Gargano is still staying alive. And he sends him into the corner. And Gargano now, he might be looking to wrench on the midsection of Bryan here. Oh, that could pop a shoulder. Gargano lets it go, but only so he can come back in with a spear. Unbelievable combination from Gargano. He's exhausted, but Gargano isn't done. That's for damn sure. And Gargano now is going to try and tap Daniel Bryan out here. He's wrenching on the face. Look at the commitment on Johnny Gargano's face. He's trying to pull the ultimate upset on the doorstep of the Royal Rumble. And Daniel Bryan breaks it though. Bryan, oh my God, what a counter. Unbelievable. Oh my God. Cattle mutilation. Cattle mutilation. The counter from Daniel Bryan. Absolutely genius. Genius ring IQ from Daniel Bryan. But Gargano is still fighting, for God's sake. Gargano is still fighting, and Gargano, full Nelson, look out, turn him inside out, cover him, Johnny, he's got him, Gargano's gonna do it, Gargano's gonna do it, no! How on earth did Bryan get out? And now a second time, Gargano hits it, no! Bryan out, Bryan heel hook! Bryan heel hook on Gargano. Bryan has evaded the knockout shot. He's going to have to do that at the Royal Rumble as well. Bryan trying to make him tap, but Gargano having none of it. And Bryan is staring his former self right in the face right now. And Gargano, oh no, sent into the corner. Bryan again. Bryan has had a counter for everything. Takes him down, and Bryan lining up Gargano, who has had enough. Gargano is in trouble, and the knee from Bryan, and that was directed directly at his challenger at the Royal Rumble. Bryan wins a real close one. My God, what a test that was. Daniel Bryan defeats Johnny Gargano in a brilliant wrestling match. Bryan said he was going to make a statement tonight, and I would say that is statement made on the eve of one of the biggest shows we've ever seen, and on the eve of one of the most important matches in Daniel Bryan's career. Nakamura awaits Bryan, and I reckon Bryan saw Nakamura's face on Johnny Gargano's when he delivered that knee and put Gargano away. Shrouded in booze, and the word elite being spelled. Will it be an elite victory for Daniel Bryan? Will he maintain that precious gold and that precious source of power for elite sports management? That is the question we all have on the eve of the Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Does the power continue, or can Nakamura snuff it out? The tension is off the scales. Daniel Bryan defends the WWE Championship against perhaps the most dangerous competitor you could possibly imagine at the Royal Rumble. It'll be Nakamura and the Kinshasa versus Daniel Bryan and his running knee. Do not miss it.